We're gonna come
yes,
back.
I'm out of the hot seat.
Yes, you're out of the hot seat now.
Someone else take it.
So now we have Miss B here.
Oh,
you know I
yes.
can't say Miss B's whole name. She gonna say her whole name. She is the queen etiquette mother. Queen etiquette. That's what I call her. She ain't take that name, but I want her to take that name, right?
I'll take it.
She's actually an etiquette queen. She's located in Coatesville, but also she does it also in Zimbabwe, right, where you're from.
Yes, yes.
So tell us about your it's mind managing, right? That's her classes, right?
Yes, Minding Manners with Miss B.
Yes.
So I'm originally from Zimbabwe. Your story was so uplifting, amazing story. So I'm originally from Zimbabwe. I was born and raised over there. Came over here in 1985.
Oh, your mic. I'm sorry. Pull it up. Okay.
Came over here with my husband to go to school. We did that. We thought we were going to go back home, but we didn't. And then here we are, 30 years later, we're still here. My education background is in social relations. So something that I did when I finished school, I went to school to Cheney, did my undergraduate and master's there. So the first professional job that I got, the company took us out for a Christmas party, Christmas dinner. So the tables were all dressed nicely, and to me it was intimidating because I wasn't familiar with how to use, which spoon is mine, which fork is mine, which cup is mine. There were glasses everywhere, and I was oh my God. So I just waited there until someone who was sitting next to me started. Then at least I can say, okay, she took that fork, so this must be my fork. So that kind of inspired me to learn the proper etiquette, the proper dining etiquette. So from there, I started educating myself, and as years went by, I ended up taking a course to be certified as an etiquette coach or etiquette consultant. Yeah. So I usually do, my classes are in Coatesville. I work with kids, youth. I have a non-profit organization that serves underserved communities. So in Coatesville, I also have a business in Coatesville. That's how I became to know a lot of different people in Coatesville. So got to know them, got to know their kids, got to know their grandkids. And after my non-profit was registered as 501c3, we started our classes there. The first class was started in 2010, and I had a class of 25 boys and girls together. So it was a bigger class, but it was really nice, and everybody liked it. So after that, people started, sharing, what they learned. The mothers started telling other mothers, grandmothers telling other grandmothers, and just kept going on and on and on like that. So that's how I became to be Miss B, Minding Manners with Miss B in Coatesville. And since I'm from Zimbabwe, I always go to Zimbabwe. I'm ready to go there next week. Every time I go to Zimbabwe, I do an etiquette class with I have a group of girls in Coatesville. I think my story is going all over the place, but I have a group of girls in Zimbabwe that I sponsor or support. So they are vulnerable kids as well, just like the kids that I support here that are also on a disadvantage. So I do etiquette classes there, teaching them personal hygiene, how to increase their self-esteem. We do exercises that give them the tools to be self-confident, because once you are confident about yourself, your self-esteem is going to go up automatically. So I do those classes throughout the year, and I also work with women in Zimbabwe. I work with single mothers, so not the same as motherless daughters, but this is another. It's kind of the same thing, but in a different way. So with the mothers there, what I do with my etiquette classes, I take it a little bit further. So we'll be doing things like maybe we teach, I invite someone who can come and share their experiences on starting and sustaining small businesses. So those single mothers, we help them think of something cheap start something and then teach them how to keep it going so they can keep supporting their children.
Wow.
And supporting themselves as well. So, for example, I have a lady in the group. She's a single mother of 3. One of her kids graduated from college already. The other 2 are still in college. So she is a tailor. She can design clothes and makes, she makes clothes. So what she does is, I helped her with her first sewing machine because she was doing it in her home. So I raised money here. I did some fundraisers here. Got a few dollars. I think I started here with $300. Got her the machine, the first machine. So once she got that first machine, she started sewing, and then she's selling all those clothes that she's sewing. Wow. And after that, she got enough money to buy another machine. So she got 2 machines. She kept going and kept going and kept going. She bought another machine. And now her room in the house is getting bigger for 3 machines. And then she ended up going to town to look for a place to rent so she can sew her materials. So from one machine, yeah. So now she has a place where that's a business. She's hiring other people to help her out. So that's what I do as far as empowering, these single mothers, because I didn't just, you can't just keep giving them money. So I started to teach $200. She had her skill, so she used her skills, her talent, to just help a little bit, and then she kept helping herself and helping herself. She's sending her kids to school now by herself. Wow. She's feeding herself. She has a nice house that she doesn't ask anybody for money to support herself. And I have another story that kind of the same situation. Another lady, her talent was to do hair. She does people's hair. So she started, I started with, over there you can rent a chair in somebody's salon. So she did that. The chair was, I think the first time it was like $80 to rent a chair for 1 month. So I helped her with that after I did some fundraisers here. She did hair. Couple of months, 3 months, 4 months, she was able to pay now for her own chair. She kept going. Now she also has her own salon where she also where people are renting chairs from her salon. So that's, that's kind of my passion. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. It keeps me, busy a lot, but I don't see it as, it's not tiring to me because I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Right. I see the results of the work that I'm doing, because when I see these women progressing, now they are entrepreneurs. They are hiring other people. They are also empowering other women, so that so it's like the cycle keeps going. And so I do that, and the girls that I support, they are in school. Most of them are orphans from one reason or the other. They are orphans. So they don't have anybody who can pay for their tuition. So I do fundraisers again here, help them with school fees, school supplies, school uniforms, whatever they need to go to school, and they keep on going. And then when they finish, sometimes I have a few of them that are in technical schools already. So they are learning to be electricians, they are learning to be plumbers, they are learning to be mechanics, auto mechanics. Some girls are learning to be hairdressers, they are learning to be chefs, they are learning to, whatever they want to do, so that after they finish that, they go and work for themselves or work for other people, and supporting themselves and also supporting their siblings. Because that's one thing they asked me that, oh Miss B, how can we thank you for what you are doing? Then I say, if you want to thank me, what I want you to do is to help somebody else who is in your situation. So that's how I, do the work that I do with the girls and the women that I, work with. So for me to be able to get this money so that I can continue with these programs here, in Chester County, in Coatesville, and in Zimbabwe, I do fundraisers. I do small fundraising events. People come. I have a tea room in my house. Sometimes I do tea events. People come, they give whatever they can give, and then that money goes to the girls and the women that I'm supporting. So this year I'm doing this big event that I'm doing, and inviting people to come to the event.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be in August 3rd, and it's going to be in Lancaster County. So it's going to be at the Eden Resort. I don't know if you are familiar with Eden Resort, but it's very easy to find. It's at Eden Resort. It's a women empowerment luncheon. So we are doing that event, and all the proceeds from that event is going to go back into the non-profit organization where we are helping. We continue to help these young folks and in Kosovo and in Zimbabwe. So we continue, doing that.
Awesome. Now I got a light question. It's kind of corny, but
Okay.
I've always been, I guess, off with the utensils.
Okay.
So this is really like, you
I
know
was
what I
here to
mean? I
ask.
figure like, can you break it down to me?
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, you know what? You gotta get a private lesson with because listen. You know what? Because this is Miss B's business. So she gonna might need adults to come to class and she train them, and that's her business. Because she shows you right now. She shows you right now why you gotta come to her class.
Well, okay.
So she gonna have a class for us. How about that, Miss B? We're gonna have a team. We're gonna have a team with Miss B.
Yes.
I'll ask one question then. What side is the fork supposed to go on?
What side?
Yes.
It depends on what you are eating. Sometimes,
Okay.
when you're sitting at the table, if you see two forks and a fork over here, that
Right.
means you are going to. If your fork is on the right side,
Okay.
that means you are going to have something. Your appetizer, you're going to use a fork and a knife to
Okay.
cut.
I see that.
But your forks are always on the left, and you always. I'll give you a little bit, although she said don't give him a free.
Right.
Because
I'm pretty sure like people out there are interested in exactly what you do. So,
No,
Yeah.
because if they interested in what you do, she can have an adult class. And
Yes,
she can teach us all how to do it. In
Yes.
one setting.
I think that sounds much better.
See?
I think what he just asked, he just wanted a little.
I just want
he
to
want a
take-
little tip. He want a little tip. He want a little tip.
Listen,
whole
you have to, spark the interest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, you're just talking, as far as the etiquette and stuff they want to know what exactly goes into the process. You don't have to give them
It's
everything.
a lot that
Just a little
goes.
bit.
Yeah, it's
It's a lot that goes into etiquette, like especially dining etiquette. It's a lot. I will
Right.
tell you this though, that when you sit at your place, let's
Okay.
say you go to a fine restaurant with your wife or girlfriend or somebody, whoever, or even by yourself. So when you are sitting there at the table, the way you place your forks, or let's say you are eating, the way you place your forks or your utensils in the plate is going to tell the waiter or the waitress whether you are still eating or if you are done eating.
Oh, so
Yeah,
I never
I'll
did that.
tell you that. So
I
if
never
you
did that.
place your utensils the wrong way, the waitress might think that you are done when you are not done.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, no wonder they're confused when they come over there.
Yeah, they go, what is going on over there? What is
Aren't you supposed to put your fork inside the knife? I mean, the knife
Put
inside
it on top of
the
each
tongue,
other,
the
right?
forks and
we
cross them over.
have two different. You have the continental, which is the British style. You have the American style.
Okay,
Yeah.
we need to know the American style.
So the American. So you want me to tell you when you come to the class?
Oh.
Look at she
Come to
anxious.
the class.
No, wait, when she comes to the
No,
class, no, Miss B, we go, cause
No, I'm going to the class.
We
on
going,
this
no,
day.
we going to her house so we can have tea. She
Yes.
got a whole basement
So,
so we
so
can
you
have
have
tea.
the whole
Yeah.
class. You will
You
have.
don't have to give everything, but
When you
like I
leave
said, just a
there-
taste of maybe something. 'Cause you know what I mean? So they'll know exactly what they're going to get in. That's all. I'm not telling you the whole recipe. You know what I mean?
So you place your fork and knife. When you are done, you place them like on an angle like that,
Okay.
and then your waiter or waitress will know. Okay, they are done.
Okay.
Or the
Well, I can do
another
that.
way is by the way you place your napkin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Your napkin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The napkin and.
Or you just throw it down.
That's what I do.
So also, if you place your napkin the wrong way, the waiter might take your food before you are done.
And
But-
you know what? That happened to me before. I wasn't done, and I must have placed the
Yeah.
napkin the
You
wrong
threw
way.
it down. You're like,
And I said, "Oh man, I'm not."
Yeah.
I thought you. I said, "No." I'm like, "Well, how do you know when I was done it now?" Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
you know,
Okay.
and the
There you go.
waitresses should know, and
Right.
also the waitresses are not supposed to ask you, "Oh, ma'am, are you still eating or are you done?" If they are trained well,
He's not supposed to.
they are not supposed
Okay.
to, because by the way it's like a silent code. So the way you place your utensils and your napkins they should know that they are still eating or they are done.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So we got to take a course, everybody out
Course
there.
is open. Come on.
Class is open, and then she have a
Class is
graduation
open.
too. We have a graduation for etiquette class.
Yeah.
I'm real because a lot of people, when you go to restaurants, you be sitting like you were already bad, but then you look at it like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
That means people are watching us when we eat.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
People that know
Yes,
what
they
you
are.
know,
Yes.
they
Yes,
know we
yes.
don't know.
And you feel so confident when you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For example, like I felt so bad when I went to that Christmas dinner with my company. I felt so bad because I was just sitting there and I almost didn't want to eat because I didn't know which fork to use. And,
Wow.
and the glasses, you have, sometimes if you go to like a high-end restaurant, sometimes you might have 3 glasses of wine.
Yep.
And you have to know like which one to start with and which one is, it's...
3 glasses of wine. Oh my god.
Yeah, you might
I've seen
have your white
that.
We need a class for real.
Yeah, you will have your white wine, red wine, and sherry sometimes, so you just have to know.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah, I know.
we did-
So no wonder they're looking at me like, this guy is crazy.
But see, we don't know because we.
And tea etiquette also, that's another one. You have to know that there's tea etiquette. There's dining etiquette for eating dinner. There's tea etiquette.
Let me ask you a question.
We
What
gotta go
about
all
the
these
pinky? Is that
levels.
etiquette when you put your pinky up and you hold the glass up? Is that?
It used to be, but not anymore. Now, these
Oh,
days, you
okay.
don't have to. And when you come to the class, I'll tell you why.
No, okay.
I'll tell you why you don't have to do that now. And it was done way back in the
Right.
1600s.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So,
That's interesting.
so Miss B, tell them when they come to your house, you have a tea room. She has a tea room
I
in her
have a
house.
tea room, yes. And I use this tea room as a platform to do my little fundraisers for my programs, for my youth programs. So I invite people to come to the tea room. My tea room can hold about 40 people. Usually I have like 30 women, 30 women at a time. So we pick a topic, and usually we are discussing a topic that affects women and girls. So it could be anything, your finances, how to budget your finances, how to prepare for retirement, how to balance your checkbook, stuff like that. Let's say that's the topic for that day. So people come to the tea room, we discuss that, I'll make tea of course, and we always end up with a little etiquette of some sort. It could be tea etiquette, it could be dining etiquette. I'll end up, the last part will be for me to give them an etiquette tip, whatever it is.
And that's awesome because a lot, like nowadays, as far as balancing a checkbook, a lot of people don't know how to do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I mean, they're so, hooked up with these phones. I mean, the phones
Yeah.
do all the work for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's definitely a must. That we
There
definitely
is
check out.
telephone etiquette also.
Oh, we got a lot of
See, I'm
Yeah.
old
We got a
school.
whole
I
bunch
like
of
to write
classes.
stuff
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
That's why I put it in my phone.
We're going
I
back
like
to
to write stuff down.
high school. We got.
Yeah, well, the only thing you just got to make sure you have more money than you spend out.
There you go. There he
As long
is,
as
right
that's
there.
the
That's
basic
the shot.
knowledge there. If you got that, you can't spend more than you have.
That's right. There you go.
Exactly.
So, Miss B, could you have a class with just men and women? We all come grown
Yes,
adults, and
yes.
we all probably can come. Chuck,
Yeah.
we can bring everybody on to the
Yes.
tea room, and we have a little tea etiquette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
I'll give the men the chivalry tips as well.
I want to know
Yeah.
all that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
definitely,
See?
definitely.
That could mean you gotta.
I mean, I think
I
I think I give a lot of chivalry. You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
you still
I mean, open
open
the
the
door. I
doors?
still open
Okay.
doors.
I do all of that,
I
but
still
it's
open the court. I
probably
do all that.
another level of that, right?
Oh
Right,
yeah,
right.
you're gonna take it to the next. Oh, you're going to the
Hey, kid, we
Yes.
probably be doing some. We ain't doing nothing.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes,
Now we're
You know what we
gonna
did.
get to educate some of these sisters to understand what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're
There
all
you go.
welcome. Come together. We'll do an etiquette, class.
Yes, that's it. We all ready. Anybody out there want to do the etiquette class? What's
Come
going
on,
on?
sign up.
Shoot, we gotta sign up with Miss
Sign up.
B.
Yes.
What is Prince
Sign
at?
up.
All right.
A lot of us don't know. Really, we don't know.
Yeah, and with you, a lot of youth these days. I know when I went to school in Zimbabwe, we were taught some type of etiquette. But here, I think that I've heard a lot of mothers have told me that they don't teach etiquette in school.
Yeah.
They do
So
not.
that's something
Right,
that's it's very important that we teach our kids so that they know what to do. Especially the girls. I focus more on the girls because
Yeah.
they just have to know, but also you have to tell the boys how to treat the girls.
Yes,
the
yes,
girls
yes.
need to know how
Yeah.
a man should treat you.
Right.
But it won't make any difference if the girl knows, but then the man doesn't know.
Yeah, you gotta do both.
So you have to do both. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
boys that don't open the doors, the ladies
Yeah.
anymore.
No, they're raised differently than we were.
Yeah,
growing up, you know what I'm saying?
they go
Totally
in first and
different.
leave you behind.
They
Like,
don't
wait a
sometimes-
Boy,
minute.
you right in the face.
You see him, you be like, what?
Oh,
Ain't nothing I'm gonna treat my granddaughter that way.
You better know.
I'm so glad that
Exactly.
you're gonna be teaching this because
Yeah.
I have a 9-year-old granddaughter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my grandson is 2.
Okay.
Now, we're gonna start doing my son and myself are gonna start taking her on granddad and daddy dates.
Okay.
So we're gonna start doing that once a month. We're gonna
Okay.
but I wanna be able to teach her the etiquette. Now I already
Okay.
knew what I knew.
Right.
Or thought I knew what I knew.
Right, right.
Right.
But now I'm gonna have all the details. So she
Okay.
already understands. If you don't open the door, you sit in the car.
Yes.
Mhm, that's right.
Yes.
He'll figure out why you still
That's
sitting
right.
there and
Yes.
he'll come over there.
Exactly.
Wow.
But my grandson now I can educate him on how to do it, and he's 2,
Yeah.
so it becomes second nature to him.
Yeah.
Another
I
thing that
start-
irritates me too is when you see a guy sitting in the car and a woman's pumping gas. Oh,
I
that
know.
gets-
I
Ooh,
know.
ooh, that gets
And
irritating.
I know. And
I just
what-
feel like going over there pumping gas and wishing to say something.
What
Go
happens
ahead,
is
say
sometimes, you know, you go to Wawa to get a cup of coffee. It happens to me so many times. So sometimes I just, you know, assume that the man is going to open the door for me. So,
Oh, no.
or you might be behind the man and he opens the door first, and then you think he's gonna hold the door so I can go in.
He go in.
But then he lets the door go.
Mm.
I'm like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I almost got it. Like I did not see that.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold
Because
on.
it
Walk
doesn't
through the
assume
door.
that, you know, they are going to hold the door for you, but some, you know, some people don't know, or maybe they were not taught either. So,
Right, I mean, they don't know.
and I start with, you know, age 5, teaching the etiquette. Yeah,
There you go.
Mhm.
yeah,
There you go.
Good.
That's
I have
awesome.
my son do that.
yeah.
Yeah, because everybody needs that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
like we said, we need it, and even they, I mean, they need to, just like you said, they need to start at 5 because
Yeah.
by the time they hit teenagers, it's like then they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
want to hear what you
Yeah.
do. It's like I
Yeah.
don't hear what you have to say.
Yeah, it's always better to start
They learn all
them
the stuff
young.
when they're
That's
friends
right.
by then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So what's
Yeah.
acceptable in the
Yeah.
group?
Yeah.
I looked on Instagram, and that's and that's what it's teaching us instead of you know
Yeah.
them seeing it
So
from
with etiquette is so much, you know, as you are talking, I'm thinking also because I have a teen etiquette group that I have. So we also talk about the internet etiquette, you know,
Okay.
what to post on the internet.
Oh,
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't have to say
Control
anything, you already know.
Yes, yes.
So,
I think we all need that.
Yeah.
Not just teens, everybody, because you go on there and you be like, well, what did they just
I
post
know.
their business on or whatever?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Right.
you know?
Yeah. Some things you see, you'll be like, oh my goodness. Yeah, and then they don't know that, you know, as they grow to be adults and then to be professionals out there, what they did when they were 13, 14 can
Okay.
affect
Right.
them, you know.
Mhm.
So it's important to let them know that, you know, whatever you post on the internet, just make sure that it's something that you would like to have your grandkids see. When
Right,
you
right,
know.
right.
Yeah.
So it's a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
So true.
and we don't tell everybody. Hey, everybody just post, but you don't know that it's a lifetime. Because by the time you turn 50 and you did something when you were 16, you don't
Yeah.
want your friends or family or even
Right,
your boss.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I sometimes look at somebody's stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm like, what they got on their page, and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also teach business etiquette, you know, as we are talking, you know, I keep, you know, adding up and, you know, adding up.
you know, that's
So
good.
business etiquette also with my older girls and boys, some of them are in college, some of them are finishing high school, so they are also looking for a job. I had girls that were in my class, I think 2018, but they were going to look for jobs summertime. So she
Okay.
was going for a job interview, but it was at McDonald's, but you still have to go for an interview.
Mhm.
So I sat down with them and teach them how they conduct themselves when the
Interview.
person is interviewing them, and when they get the job, how do you interact with other people around you? The world doesn't revolve around you. There are other people, you know, around you, because etiquette is all about how your behavior affects other people that are around you. So
Awareness.
yeah.
Awesome.
So you got a lot of umbrellas, don't you?
Yeah. It's a lot that, you know,
I mean,
falls under one, you know,
yeah.
one name. Yeah.
Because we all
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
So we're gonna move right along. But thank you, Miss Big. Look, I'm glad I met you.
Learn me some stuff.
Yes, we learned something. You know, we learned.
Thank you.
From at the end, we had Mr. Ted